For a look at some of the top moving stocks and stories, Jenny Horne is with us, markets correspondent here on Schwab Network. And another name on the move would be Visa. Let's talk about that one. Your thoughts?
Yeah, unfortunately, Nicole, it feels like Visa reporting in the wake of Tesla and sort of in Tesla's shadow. But what was seen as a pretty, objectively a lot to look forward to in this report. Visa has been consistently higher, albeit not making a massive move to the upside. It is still holding on to over a % gain here on the back of some really strong trends. And we also actually heard echoed from American Express last week. Their profit and revenue during their second quarter did increase from a year ago as solid travel demand and spending patterns continue to hold up in spite of these hot inflation levels. We saw they posted net income of around $5.1 billion. Compare that to what we or earnings per share of around $2.51. Revenue was $8.8 billion, and the CEO highlighted that actually stable consumer spending drove increases in overall payments volume and cross-border volume of around 8% and 16% respectively versus year-ago levels. Investors were also looking at how the company would be overall updating its revenue forecast, which they had been since a debate about what overall expectations would look like going forward. They did reiterate that they expected low double-digit growth for both net revenue and operating expenses this year. Also, Visa typically makes monies from, of course, businesses paying to process their customers' transactions on its massive network. So strong spending has been generally a very good sign of strength for this company. So as we see, this name now trades very much in correlation with, I think, some of these very hot economic data points like retail sales, CPI, because consumers are swiping, and Visa and MasterCard alike have been able to benefit from that. There is also the thinking that if we see any degree of slowdown in demand and overall slowdown in consumer spend, that this name will take a hit naturally. American Express, like I mentioned, did report higher first quarter profits and revenue as some of its card membership rose. Visa is right now trying to expand its footprint to not just here in the U.S., similar to actually American Express. They've been expanding their offerings outside of the U.S. and saying that in December it would be acquiring the majority of Mexican payments processor Prosa for an undisclosed amount. So Visa did complete that $1 billion acquisition in January. Did not make much mention of it on its earnings call, but still was able to say they expect a lot of these trends to continue. I think the broader read is what's in store for the Fed and, of course, the political landscape in the back half of this year. And what does that mean then for consumers? Because Visa is going to be one that directly either benefits or takes a hit naturally.
All right. Thank you. Jenny Horne, great to see you. Appreciate it. Markets correspondent. Thanks so much.